And we are live. Welcome to the show. I'm David Starlyte, and a beautiful morning to you. It's raining out here in far north Queensland. We've had quite a lot of rain overnight, certainly cooling down. So for those of you who don't know me, I am David. I live in Australia along the Great Barrier Reef. During this broadcast, you can support my page by sending stars, a digital gift that helps me to earn money. Now, today is the 1st of April in Australia, often known as April Fool's Day. So maybe there can be some humor and comedy, because certainly we need some cheering up, I would say, collectively. April is a little bit of a dense energy. I'm feeling volatility, density, and still some conflict, some war that is ongoing, and it's going to take a while to come into equilibrium once more. So we do face these collective challenges, and oil and gas prices, things like that, are volatile, have gone up. The transportation is infrastructure is an issue. Transportation is an issue. Definitely some dark energy circling around humanity. So taking a moment every day to pray for peace, taking a moment every day to embody an energy of peace, to bring the divine energy of peace, abundance, love, unconditional love into our daily lives, not something external out there in dreams, in mythology, in old books, but something that is a lived experience that we experientially feel and experience in our day-to-day reality. And you can do that now. You can do that now, sending this rays of sunshine out into your world and into the external collective world. So keeping it local and keeping it global. Rays of sunshine, perhaps engendering, embodying, cultivating seeds of compassion, seeds of love, seeds of divine peace that is pure, that is from the heart, that is unconditional, that is eternal. You know, so much of this world has been about performative actions, about often ego-driven externalization of our consciousness, and our possibility, our potential as human beings is limitless. We do filter through our consciousness so many energies, and we can orientate ourselves through our intention into infinite numbers of ways. This is our filter of consciousness. Our bodies are our filter of consciousness. Our heart, through the Heart Math Institute, has shown the incredible power of our hearts, the intelligence of our hearts, the clairaudience, clairvoyance of the heart, the cognitive ability of the heart, the ability to be precognition, to see things, experience things before they happen. That's all been proven and shown via science, that the heart has incredible intelligence. So Ivan, welcome to the show, and great to see you. So making peace, not as wish fulfillment or hope or prayer, but making peace in our hearts and radiating this externally outward into the world, into our communities. Start with your community, your local community. It doesn't have to be some grand gesture, something simple and beautiful. So I'm going to pick a card from the Buddhism Oracle deck, which is close to my heart. There it is. Maybe that's a bit clearer. Close to my heart. The Buddhism Oracle deck. A message for today, for all of us in this world, in this world that seems so crazy. So part of the message coming through here is when we label things, it creates realities. How we language creates realities. So instead of using a word like I just said, oh, it's a crazy world, let's soften that tone. Let's say the world is open. The world has so much possibility, so much potential, so much consciousness that we are harbingers. We are bringing this energy, raising this energy up. As some of us are star seeds, I believe most of us are star seeds. Really, that's my belief. We come from different star systems as a hybrid species. We are not fully from the earth. So coming through now with the Buddhism Oracle deck, what is our message for peace today? Or just the message that each of us can learn and bring out into our lives. So the word or the card that comes out here is renunciation. Give up all ideas about yourself and simply be. So I love that, because even I am kind of saying, well, what am I? Who am I? Kind of bringing these ideas about myself, and I don't have a label. I'm a soul. You can think of me as a soul. I actually don't have a label. I don't have a name. I don't have an identity. All these things are adopted. They're borrowed. They're inculcated. They're cultivated. Their showmanship. Oh, this is how I present myself to the world. I'm this, I'm that. We often collect labels which hide the truth. The truth is, the essence is the power of now, being here right now as a soul. And Jeff says, not giving you money, buddy, stop begging. Well, thank you, Jeff. When was I begging for money? I haven't begged anyone for money, but thank you for your contribution. So remember the power of words. Remember the impact of words, of kind of energies that you spread in the world. The energies that you share with the world, how that's going to be received, how it's going to be communicated. When you share from love, from gratitude, from genuine appreciation, the whole reality is upgraded. All of our interactions are upgraded when we come from a sense of peace and wholeness. Renunciation is giving up the label that we've applied to ourselves. Perhaps we've lived with labels our whole lives, and we were told this is your name. We inherited labels. We're told you're this, you're that, you're supposed to be this, you're supposed to wear this suit, you're supposed to wear this exterior identity, you're supposed to perform this way in the world. There's a great opportunity, a great difference between struggling in life and loving life. So just recognize that difference, struggling versus living. Living is open, it's alive. It's it doesn't come with a projection, with the lens that we put over ourselves that says how things should be or shouldn't be. The practice of renunciation, or voluntarily letting go, will help you end the struggle and make loving life possible. And that really is what people call living in the moment, being here now, bringing all the energies that exist within your being, your etheric energies, your physical energies, your cellular energies, your soul energies, bringing them all out into the universal possibility of the now, this now moment. For when you're not struggling, you can give everything you have to the present moment. You can bring all the love to dream up reality, to be who you truly are, to live as an embodied soul, as a multidimensional soul in this reality, to bring a wholehearted energy into all of your interactions. So cultivating that energy, and that's what the Buddhist oracle brings for us today. I am going to tune into the collective with the energy oracle deck and ask what messages are coming through to be received. So let's just see, coming through is a beautiful magician card, which is kind of like Merlin. It has a magic. And that is reminding us that each of us has that within us. I know life may seem quite performative, quite constrictive, but for quite limited in many ways, so often bound by needing to take actions, bound by needing to do things like maybe pay the bills, submit your tax returns, do all these tasks that are seemingly endless. There's always more to do. This card is reminding you that within you is the magic of consciousness, is the majesty of Merlin, of the great alchemists that have come before us. And that's a reminder to be aware, to be awareness itself, to bring this into the powerful form of consciousness that you are, that you reside in. And so self-knowledge is a true power. And this card brings almost like a culmination of personal and spiritual power into existence. It's saying that is what you are, that is who you are, that's what you have within you, this power of passion, action, and it's kind of like a vortex of energy that creates the possibility for alchemy. And everything we do in a way has an alchemical component to it, because it comes from an idea, and often that idea seems impossible initially. It's like, how did a car come to exist? It came from an idea, a series of ideas, a series of scientific hypotheses, a series of scientific theories. So this card is reminding us that each one of us has a magician inside of us, that we have the amazing forces of earth and spirit within us. We have the energy of water, of yin, which is a feminine kind of energy, an emotional kind of energy. We have the power of the sun within us, which is a masculine spirit, a masculine force of thought, of action. The flame is the energy of yang, bringing direction and creativity. And together they're alive within you, masculine forces and feminine, divine masculine, divine feminine, bringing us the magnificent magic of transformation. So that's what this card says. It's reflecting what we are as souls, and how there is an internal and external world, and how we respond to the external world is up to us. We fashion it with our thoughts, with our feelings, with our emotions. And dismissing our internal power is reducing it. It's saying we are nothing, and that's not what we're here to do and be. We're here to be vessels of the divine. We're here to do good and be good, and to send and radiate out the energies of love and compassion, loving kindness into the world. And that way the world will be transformed from the inside out, quite magically. So the alchemist turns metal into gold. And that is what the alchemy card is about. It's about each one of us having that ability. And perhaps you are weighed down by the energies of war and conflict around you. Who wouldn't be? That's not unexpected. This card is a reminder that we can rise above it. We can embrace a new way of being. We can direct our destiny. We do have the power to open up the mists of darkness and fashion a new earth, fashion a new reality, bring the light forward. Beautiful. So we are live. I'm not seeing Marianne, and I'm kind of feeling a little bit of I'm missing Marianne because she's such a regular of the show, always interactive and always sharing comment section. So if you are coming on live, please do share in the comments if you would like some insider reading, or if you have any comments to share with this show, with this live transmission. So as I was talking about, many of us being star seeds and remembering our star origin of our past lifetimes, perhaps, or future lifetimes on different planets, having that starseed connection, that being part of how we vibrate as consciousness on this planet. And part of what we're here to express is these perhaps unique or slightly different energies in the world. It may seem unfamiliar to people who've been around Earth for a while. And it's kind of like the colors you see behind you in the... and I'm getting some interesting comments. Midnight Aurora was banned. Okay, so just having some interesting scammers or trolls, they call them, coming on the show, but it's just how it goes. But we are live right now, so a beautiful sharing of energy right here. Midnight, I am. So I don't know quite the intention of the trolls, but we do appreciate everyone for contributing and being live on the show always. But it is here to uplift, not to bring people down or to darken the energies. That's not what this is about. This is about raising the vibration. And that is a really simple energy. It's not complicated. So if you think your mind getting into complicated almost pathways, cul-de-sacs, or streets within your consciousness, then that's pulling you away from pure love, from pure intention, from pure heart. The heart that is pure is simple, clean. And that's the kind of energy that we can really benefit from in the world, is a pure intention. So when things get all very complicated, that's often a sign something is amiss. And there's Marianne. Good morning. Great to see you, Marianne. And how are you? And how's it going in New York? So I am going to pick a card from the Starseed Oracle because that always brings an element of high vibration, high consciousness into being. And just raising the consciousness. And this is a beautiful card, which is kind of what I'm talking about, surrendering to the sweetness of life. We are the alchemists. So when we react to the energies of conflict in the world, we are raising that energy. We are expanding the energy of conflict. Marianne says, weather improving, but allergies giving me grief. So sorry to hear about your allergies. What are you primarily allergic to, Marianne? it's a topic I understand very well. With I have a lot of allergies and hay fever myself. So this card is reminding us about surrendering to the beautiful harmony of the universe. Look how beautiful that card is. Marianne says pollen. Oh, okay. Well, that means I guess the springtime is going to bring out the most pollen. So that's why you're going to be feeling a bit of that. From March to October, is that the worst for you, March to October? All right, so you're sensitive to the pollen energy. I wonder if you have any theories where allergies come from, how this is developed within humanity, why it's developed within humanity. That would be quite interesting. Surrender to the sweetness. This card is really about Venusian energy, bringing pleasure, bringing joy, making love our message and our voice, filtering our consciousness through the alchemy of love, which is what could be more transformational than love. So wonderful card from the Starseed Oracle, encouraging us to surrender to the light, surrender to the love, surrender to the good, the sweetness of Venus energy. And that can be quite a feminine card. It can involve a kind of dancing with creativity, with enjoying the bounty that is offered from this Mother Earth. And I was just yesterday in a kind of farm store, which had all sorts of fruit and veggies growing. It was really quite, I just found quite inspiring to go there just to see the variety and see what's available as tropical fruit available there. The ancient Babylonians connected the feminine goddess Ishtar to the planet Venus. The feminine goddess Ishtar to the planet Venus. And in Roman mythology, Venus was the goddess of love and beauty. In our night sky, aside from the moon, Venus shines the brightest. So we have this strong Venus energy. What do you think about life on Venus? Because I have heard a number of theories about life on Venus, particularly in the clouds of Venus. And there has been some evidence of that. So it's quite an possibility of life in Venus is kind of interesting. And I'm just copying that. So scientists actually speculate, scientists speculate that microbial life could exist 50 to 60 kilometers high in Venus's temperate pressurized clouds, despite the surface being a 460 degrees Celsius hellscape. The detection of phosphine and potentially ammonia suggests possible, though disputed, biological activity, as these gases can be produced by microbes in acidic and aerobic environments. So what do you think of that possibility of life in the clouds of Venus? Do you think that it exists or not? I'd be really interested if anyone has a theory about that, if they think there are life forms lurking in the Venusian clouds, because this is quite an interesting theory. And Marianne, do you have any thoughts? Astronomers have reported the detection of two gases that could point to the presence of life forms lurking in the Venusian clouds. Sounds like a volcano-type environment, yeah, which is very alive, very crazy kind of energy, crazy kind of alive energy, like Pompeii. Yeah, well said, Marianne. Very strong energies on Venus. So do you connect to Venus? Do you have a connection with Venus? Do you feel the the life form, the intelligent life in the clouds of Venus, or not? Do you think it's just a conjecture and doesn't actually exist? Where do you connect to life in the universe? Where do you feel there's life that Gabagool, Gabagool. So Gabagool's come online. Can you say my name? Gabagool. And do you have any past life memories of Pompeii? A lot of people have past life memories of Pompeii. And whether that's your own past life or part of the collective consciousness, the Akashic records, it doesn't really matter in a way. We're connected as human beings to the collective consciousness, to the Akashic records or the Akash. So we have this access point, this access pathway to universes, unseen existences in the past, human history. It's all in the Akash. It's all there, and we are tapped into it. We are often tapping into it in our dreams. And so whether we were actually existing as a soul incarnation in that time, whether or not we were, we still have a connection. So it can sometimes be confusing because we have these strong connections to certain moments in human history. And that doesn't mean we were actually incarnated. A lot of us were incarnated. So interesting energy of Pompeii, and you kind of compared that or mapped that out, Marianne, with Venus. Do you have a connection with Venus? Do you see the bright light or the bright star, or it's actually a planet that's Venus? And why do we always say there are stars in the sky when we actually are referring to planets as well as stars? So I find these questions interesting, and there's a beautiful planetarium in New York City. Have you visited the planetarium recently, Marianne? Is it something still popular, or something, any kids, high school trips, junior school trips, kind of visit these museums and locations? And how wonderful that human beings have these planetariums that study the stars, map the stars, that show people the stars and the light from the stars, and we have these places we can visit. So Marianne, any connection to Venus? All right. So the energy coming through from the Starseed Oracle is an energy that we are messengers as well as receiving the message. And the message from Sirius, which is often called, is a dog star, which is called the dog star. The Sirius energy is about harmony and balance. And I'm really connected to that star system, Sirius A and Sirius B. So that's a binary star system, which is located 8.6 light years away in the constellation Canis Major. Sirius A is the brightest star in the night sky, while Sirius B is a dense white dwarf star that orbits at every 50 years. The Sirius B was once more massive, but has since evolved into a faint white dwarf. So this is a binary star system. Sirius A is the one that we see. The Hubble Space Telescope images show Sirius A as being really bright. So this is where I feel a connection, and that connection is coming through in the cards. It's a messenger. It's a messenger energy. And we are the messengers of peace and harmony and balance. That's what comes from Sirius, peace, harmony, and balance. So if you feel peace, harmony, and balance within you, you may also have this Sirian connection. Marianne says, possibly as part of Italian roots, the Hayden Planetarium is popular. The Hayden Planetarium. And is that somewhere you visit, the Hayden Planetarium? Do you visit it? That is the one I think I've been to, perhaps, in New York City, Central Park West. Yeah, so that's the one I visited a few years back, and I had a really special experience there, as I always do in planetariums. I think they're very unique kind of places. There was always a planetarium in a digital dome in South Africa, where I grew up. So we often visited the planetarium. Marianne says, once in a class trip in grade school. Well, Marianne, that's a long time ago. What about revisiting the planetarium and reconnecting to the star portal, the star energies? That would be a wonderful experience, and I would love to hear you sharing about your experiences of visiting a planetarium. It's such a unique opportunity to be able to go to a planetarium. We don't have one where I live, so we don't have that opportunity, but we do have access to the real stars in the sky. There's on a clear night, we can often see quite a lot of the stars. So that's really beautiful and special. So please do like and share the show. If anyone would like a reading, please do let me know. And if you do like and share the show, that's always appreciated. And it helps the algorithm. So we are live, coming to you live from Australia. And please do comment in the comment section if you have anything you would like to ask or any contribution to make. I did have to remove a couple of people. I'm not sure what was going on today. I don't usually have those kind of people. And one of them was, I said, well, I think we have some trolls, and they were asking if they were a troll, and I don't even know where this name comes from, this troll thing. I think it comes from some kind of movie, The Trolls or something. But I'm just googling. I'm googling what a troll actually is. Not an easy trip with public transport and a walker. So Marianne, maybe make it a day, make it an experience, make it something you look forward to, something you plan. And not everything worthwhile is easy, not everything. So I encourage you. I'd love to hear what your experience was. That would be so interesting. So what is a troll? I was looking up this word because I used it. A troll is an individual who deliberately posts offensive, inflammatory, or insincere messages online to provoke emotional reactions, cause disruption, or harass others for amusement. It stems from folklore creatures and is synonymous with instigators, agitators, cyber bullies, and provocateurs. So I love this. I think I'm going to read it again. I'm like, wow. So that's what Google tells me is a troll. And those people I removed, they seem to be sending me lots of insults, and they seem to be trying to stir some kind of conflict or trying to upset or harm others. That's what it seemed to me. A troll is an individual who deliberately posts offensive, inflammatory, or insincere messages online to provoke emotional reactions, cause disruption, or harass others for amusement. So what do you think of that? And how are we attracting trolls on the show? I don't know. But I always think all are welcome on the show, but then I realize we do need discernment, we do need boundaries. And that's just part of this 3D reality. There has to be some boundary. And people who deliberately try and harm others or bully others online, you have multiple choices on your habits, and coming on this show, you're choosing to be on the show. So if you don't like what I have to say, or you don't want to connect with this energy, or raise the vibration, or whatever it is about the show of sending love to others, then don't come on the show. So that's your choice. So to actually go and listen to someone and then send them messages, why are you doing this, whatever, it's a little bit of a funny energy. So Marianne said, the general card, please. What is April surprising me with? The trip is a 4. Wow. Can you not take a train, Marianne? That's 4 bus trip. I rather try for the cloisters by bus. Oh, that's really a bit much. Yeah. I thought you could take a train there, Marianne. I didn't realize it was so much. 4 bus trip. I rather try for the cloisters by bus. And what are the cloisters, Marianne? Excuse my ignorance. The cloisters. Is that somewhere in New York? Okay. So the cloisters up. I think the cloisters up. That means it's part of the Metropolitan Museum of Art, which is a place I visited. A wonderful place of art, architecture, gardens, and located in Fort Tryon Park. Features structures incorporating elements from 5 medieval French cloisters overlooking the Hudson River. So known for its cloister gardens. Yeah, so I've been to the Metropolitan Museum of Arts and had a wonderful time. It's got such an incredible and inspiring place to visit. So yeah, that would be amazing to visit that, Marianne. No elevator at the destination stops. Yeah, so challenges, Marianne, challenges. And of course, Uber is popular. Uber is kind of easy. Uber is going to be, I guess it's costly for you to take an Uber. All right, so what are we seeing for the month of April for Marianne? Yes, that's the one, the view of the Palisades. What are the Palisades, Marianne? Palisades. All right. Yeah, I do remember the Mets, and I remember MoMA, the Museum of Modern Art, which is also a really beautiful place. The Met is an truly extraordinary place to visit, and really it's good. It's just got the most incredible artworks, incredible architecture, so much to see and experience. You kind of need a week. You need a week in the Mets. One day isn't enough because it depends on your energy levels, but you would kind of, you don't only have so much energy. So we're looking at April for Marianne, and we're getting a strong connection here towards, I would say, shifting your efforts, shifting. We were talking about embodiment, about cultivating the energies of peace. So I would say a little bit more discipline in April's coming out. Palisades on the Jersey side. So there's a little bit of an open energy for April. That card is telling me there's this opening. It's a little bit of a quiet period. This card indicates there's an openness, and it's really up to you what you plant. We're talking about planting seeds, what you plant in that openness. It's telling me that effort is called for. So there's almost like April is an opening, and it's up to you to kind of cultivate the energy and possibility that you would like to experience. there's also a seeing. It's kind of like your consciousness is seeing a bit beyond, and the openness is giving you the space to see things from a different perspective, open up your mind. And also there's a beckoning, or there's an invitation here for spring cleaning, for decluttering and spring cleaning. But beautiful card here which indicate that there is a type of energetic or spiritual portal that is opening up for you, which has a lot of energy associated, a lot of possibility associated. So definitely an expansional period for you, opening up a portal into other worlds, into visiting. I really see space as kind of that's beckoning, which can just be a conscious experience of space, of opening yourself up to a new to the universe, opening yourself up to the universe. So beautiful, beautiful card for you. And there is a type of isolation in that if you look at that card. But isolation, I guess, implies aloneness in a way, but that's not. That's spiritually expansional. That's spiritually opening. That's an element that's beautifully opening up for you in April, Marianne. So love that card, and thank you. Ivan Sanchez. Okay. Well, thank you everyone for being online. Thank you for liking and sharing the show, and for being here today. I wish everyone peace. Bring the peace, be the peace, embody the peace, and cultivate that energy in the world, sending it out like a prayer, but also in your day-to-day experience. Marianne says, doing that now, freeing space in the living room, first bedroom, closet to follow. So spring cleaning, it's a time of clearing away and purifying our lived environment, our physical environment, and that opens doors spiritually for us. So we can map the physical out spiritually. We can map the spiritual physically. They can mirror each other. They do mirror each other. So cultivating cleanliness and purity, and every day inculcate or cultivate this spirit of peace for the world and for your own life. Sending everyone lots of gratitude. Thank you for being live on the show today, and for sharing your energy with this stream of consciousness. I am David Starlyte, and I will be with you again next week. Thank you so much, everyone.